Hi friends, welcome to IAS with Santosh. In today's lecture, I am going to tell you exactly how many questions you need to attempt in Prelims 2026 to clear the cutoff. Guys, every year, thousands of aspirants, they prepare very hard throughout the year, but still they fail to clear the cutoff for two reasons. Either they attempt very less number of questions and they fail to clear the cutoff, or they attempt too many questions, get too many negative marks and they miss the cutoff. Whereas toppers who clear the prelims examination every year, they attempt the golden mean number of questions and they clear the cutoff. Today I am going to discuss what is that ideal number of attempts which you need to clear the UPSC Prelims 2026 cutoff. Here I'll be analyzing the recent trend of UPSC cutoffs and the trend of difficulty level of the questions. I'll be telling you what kind of accuracy you should have and how many questions exactly you need to attempt to clear the cutoff. Guys, I have attempted the prelims examination myself 6 times and I was fortunate enough to clear 6 out of 6 times, scoring very high marks in the prelims examination. You can see I have scored very high marks in the prelims examination, and how you attempt the paper is really very important. You should have the knowledge, but if you do not know how to implement that knowledge, how to attempt the question paper, you may still struggle to clear the cutoff. So today I am going to share my own expertise, and also I have analyzed thousands of aspirants in the last couple of years, and using that analysis I am going to give you the right number of questions which you need to attempt. So let us start. So first of all, you have to understand the exam. You have to understand the exam. Okay. So in any MCQ based examination, you need not attempt all 100 questions to clear the exam. Okay, this is very important. You need not attempt all 100 questions to clear the cutoff. Guys, you must have seen cricket. You must have seen cricket. Okay, any batsman you take, any great batsman you take it Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni, do they hit every ball out of the boundary or out of the stadium? Do they hit every ball as six? No. They select the right ball and they hit those balls out of the stadium. Similarly, as a great batsman, you have to select the right questions. You know, UPSC prelims examination or any prelims examination, any MCQ based examination is more about selection of questions. You need to know which questions you need to leave and which questions you need to attempt. Many students, they call me, they message me, they mail me saying, sir, I'm getting too many negatives. I'm getting too many negatives. I'm getting too many negative marks. Why do they get too many negatives? Because they do not know how to select questions. So remember this, guys, your ability to select questions, which questions to attempt and which questions to leave, is very important. Any great batsman, okay, any great batsman is a great batsman because he knows which balls they have to leave. Then only they will, okay, be on the crease. Otherwise, they will be out. So to hit 100 runs, they have to stay in the pitch. Okay, similarly, to clear the cutoff, you have to reduce your negatives. And to reduce your negatives, you need to be very good at selection of questions. Many students, they panic inside the exam hall and they start attempting everything, and in that process they get too many negative marks. Every year on the day of exam, after the exam, I get so many calls, so many messages, sir, I panicked and I attempted all questions. I attempted 100 questions. Okay, why? Because if you do not have the right sense of selection of questions, you will panic inside the exam and you will, okay, get lot of negative marks. So first of all, to score very good marks in the prelims examination, you should have self-belief. You should have self-confidence. You know, guys, when I was writing my prelims examination, I was always very confident. Okay, because I knew I had studied throughout the year. I have read newspapers throughout the year. I have done current affairs. I have done static books. So I was very calm and composed before every prelims examination. I knew that if I am not able to solve a question, then 99% of the aspirants will not be able to solve the questions. And this is what should be your thinking process. If you have really worked very hard, okay, and if you get any question which is a new question to you, if you have really read the newspapers throughout the year, if you have really read the current affairs throughout the year, if you have read the static books multiple number of times, and even that you get a new question, remember this: if you think that it is a new question, it's a tough question, then it is a tough question for 99% of the aspirants also. So do not have that feeling that the paper is tough and you start panicking and you start attempting more. Remember, you need not attempt 100 questions. Why you need not attempt 100 questions? Let me just show you the cutoff. In the last couple of years, the cutoff is this. You can see 92 marks last year, 87 marks in 2024, 75 marks in 2023, 88 marks in 2022, and 87 marks in 2021. Okay, so you can leave this year. You can leave this year because this year was kind of odd man out. Okay, odd man out. Why? Because this was the year where UPSC introduced many new pattern for the first time, and most of the aspirants were surprised and the cutoff dipped. Okay, this was a very tough paper. This was a very tough paper. So if you leave this 2023 and if you take an average of the scores, you will see the ideal score is somewhere around 90. Okay, if the paper, these are the medium level paper, medium toughness, very tough, medium toughness paper, the cutoff will be around 90 marks. The cutoff will be around 90 marks or somewhere around 92, 93, 95. Means less than 95 marks. Less than 95 marks. So cutoff can be assumed as 95 to 90 marks. Okay, what is the cutoff? 95 to 90 marks. Okay, so see this very important analysis, that the cutoff in the last 5 years, if you remove 2023, which was an exception, which was a very tough paper which will not repeat, because 2023 created a lot of controversies. So I don't think UPSC question setters are going to repeat 2023. If you leave 2023, then 2025, 2024, 2022, 2021, you can see the cutoff has been around 90 marks. Why I say the cutoff will be around 90 to 95 marks? Because the toughness level will remain the same. But with every year, what is happening? Aspirants are becoming smart. Lot of knowledge is on the YouTube. Lot of good and mentorship is on the YouTube. Therefore, the cutoff will not decrease. The cutoff will be around 95 to 90 marks. Okay, this will be the cutoff. Okay, so first of all, many people are worried. Okay, what will be the cutoff if the paper is moderately tough? If the paper is moderately tough, which is the recent trend, because you see, UPSC has introduced many, okay, table wise questions. Okay, you can see here. Okay, I think you can see this. You can see this. This is the question UPSC has introduced in recent years. These questions, I am telling you, is really tough to solve. These questions are very tough to solve because these are very factual questions. These are factual questions. Okay. So whenever number of questions which are factual and in this format, which is a very difficult format, okay, definitely these questions are going to increase. Okay, this table format question, these 3 table questions are going to increase, and since these questions are going to increase, so it will be very tough for anyone to score very high marks in such paper. Therefore, if such type of questions if such type of questions increase in number, then the cutoff will be around 90 to 95 marks in the prelims examination. Okay, so first when you see the paper, just spend 30 seconds. Okay, just scan the paper. Just scan the paper. If you find such kind of questions, multiple questions, then remember the cutoff will be not too high. Why it is very important to decide that the cutoff will be not too high? Because then you will not start random attempts. Because if you think the cutoff will be very high, then you need to attempt more. If the cutoff is very high, you need to attempt more. Without attempting more, you cannot score very high score. Okay, suppose the cutoff is 120 marks, 116 marks, 115 marks. You need to attempt more. You can't score 120 marks just by attempting 60 questions or 65 questions. You can't score it. So when you scan the paper, and you see 3 statement questions, when you see 3 table questions, more number of questions, more than 10, more than 15 questions, 3 statement questions, more 3 table questions, so be rest assured that the cutoff will never cross 100 marks. Okay, this is very important. This is very, very important. But suppose UPSC question setters, they change their mind. They go back to 2020 format. They go back to 2019 format. They remove all 3 statement questions. They remove all table questions. I can give in writing that the cutoff will be crossing 100 marks. Okay. So be very careful. Scan the paper. Scan the paper. If you find 3 statement questions, if you find 3 table questions, rest be assured the cutoff will be less than 100 questions, less than 100 marks. And to score less than 100 marks, what should be your ideal attempt? I am going to discuss about that. Okay, so first of all, cutoff is cleared. Many people have doubt what will be the cutoff. I am giving you scientific reason. The cutoff will be around 90 marks to 95 marks. The cutoff will be around 90 marks to 95 marks. This will be the cutoff. Now, let me tell you something very interesting. Guys, there is a myth. There is a myth among aspirants that more number of attempts, more number of question attempts means more marks. No. More number of questions does not mean more marks. Okay, remember this. This is the very biggest myth. You know, I had a student and she scored under 100 rank. I still remember she attempted around, I think, 72 to 75 questions only. And she cleared the cutoff comfortably. Okay, because her accuracy was very high. Okay, her accuracy was very high. So do not think that more number of questions you attempt equal to more marks. No. So this formula does not work. What is that formula? More questions attempted is equal to more marks. This is not correct. This is not correct. Not necessarily more number of questions attempted will give you more marks. Only when more number of questions are attempted with high accuracy, then only it will translate into marks. So what is more important is accuracy. What is more important is accuracy. Every aspirant who is going for the prelims examination should calculate your accuracy. What is your accuracy in the test papers, in the mock test, in our test portal? Okay, if you are attempting our test, the Optima test, every test you will get what is your accuracy level. We give a detailed analysis. What is your accuracy? What is the number of time you have, amount of time you have taken to attempt the questions? In which sections your accuracy is high? In which section your accuracy is low? And what is the overall accuracy? So accuracy is very important. Most of the people, they are driven by ego. कैसे नहीं बन रहा है? How come I am not able to solve this question? Let me attempt this question. I have read somewhere. And they are driven with ego. Guys, remember, UPSC Prelims is not about your ego. You may come across a question which you have read somewhere, which you may have attended a lecture. Still, you may have to leave that question. Remember this. If you do not have a complete information about that question, you will still have to leave it. Many people, what they do, no, I have read this question somewhere, but they don't know every aspect of the question, but they attempt it. I don't know why they have an itching. No, I have to attempt. Itching. You know itching? We can't control that itching sometimes. Some students have that itch. I have to attempt. I have to attempt. Even if I don't know everything about the question, I have to attempt. Do not have that itch. If you have that kind of itching, stop it. If you have that kind of itching, guys, you will never be able to have very high accuracy. And without good accuracy, you will never crack the prelims examination. Guys, we have to reduce our negative marks. If we fail to reduce our negative marks, even if we have studied a lot, we have read a lot, we have worked a lot, still we may end up not crossing the cutoff because of our negative marks. I'm not saying that you will not have any negative marks. You will have some negative marks, but we have to reduce it. We have to reduce it. What is that ideal number of attempt which will have the ideal negative marks so that you crack the cutoff? That is what I'm going to discuss now. So guys, this exam hall psychology is very important. You know, 99% of aspirants, they panic inside the exam hall. They panic. Just first page. Oh, Baba, something new. I have not read this. Okay, something like underconfidence is coming. Guys, remember this. If you are thinking that this is a difficult question, if you think that this is a new question, remember it is a new question for 99.99% of the aspirants. If you have worked hard throughout the year, if you have read newspapers throughout the year, if you have revised the books throughout the year, if you have read NCERTs properly, if you have attempted my Lakshya test series, if you have attended my PPP, Prelims Power Play throughout the year, remember this. If you think it is a difficult question, if it is a new question, it is difficult for everyone. Let me just show you. You know, this year, why I'm telling you it is very important to understand this. This year the cutoff was low, 75 marks. You know why? Because that was a difficult paper and most of the people, they had that fixed mindset. They attempted too many questions and they got too many negative marks. And that was the reason the cutoff declined to such a low marks. In the history of UPSC, never have cutoff gone such low. But that year it went such low because the paper was difficult, but aspirants had that fixed mindset. I have to attempt 80 questions, I have to attempt 90 questions, I have to attempt 100 questions, and they attempted and they got negative marks and they ended up getting not even 75 marks. Imagine this, not even getting 75 marks. Why? Negatives. Ego. Lack of self-awareness. Guys, the biggest strength what we have as individuals, the biggest strength which will make you a successful candidate in this examination, the biggest strength which will make you topper in this exam is self-awareness. You should be aware of yourself. What is your strength? What is your weakness? And from where the self-awareness will come? Attempt mocks. Attempt mocks. I have made important questions tests which you can still attempt. Still you have 5-6 days. Still you can attempt. I'm going to give you the questions here. I'm going to show you where you can find those questions. You can contact me in this Telegram channel, guys, if you want those questions. This is my Telegram channel. And this is the number. You can contact me. Now let us come back. How many questions we need to attempt? Okay, so do not panic inside the exam. Do not have the FOMO. FOMO means fear of missing out. Everyone is attempting. You are thinking. You don't know who is attempting what. But inside the exam hall, you are looking at others. Oh, they are solving something. They are marking something. I have to mark. No. Remember, if you have really worked very hard, calmly decide, is this the right question? Select the question calmly. So, remove emotional guessing. No emotional guessing. What is emotional guessing? Let me explain you. Emotional guessing. Many aspirants, they do emotional guessing, not intelligent guessing. There is something called intelligent guessing. Intelligent guessing is based on some rules. PYQ analysis. Guys, you know, I have solved 25 questions in the last 3-4 years only by elimination rules, only by PYQ analysis. This is called intelligent guessing. But many aspirants, what they do? Emotional guessing. हाँ, ये option अच्छा लग रहा है. This option is looking beautiful. This option is looking a good option. Let me mark this option. Do not do that emotional guessing. You will get negative marks. Do intelligent guessing. If you have gone through my YouTube videos and if you have joined my PYQ mastery classes, I have taught all this intelligent guessing. These are very, very important. 20 to 25 questions, guys, you can solve only by intelligent guessing. 20 to 25 questions you can solve only by intelligent guessing. This is really very, very important. Okay, now let's see this. This graph is very important. Now, till here, what did we understand? Till here, we have understood that if the paper is moderately tough, if the paper is moderately tough, the cutoff will be how much? 90 to 95 marks. If the paper is moderately tough, the cutoff will be 90 to 95 marks. Okay, this is what we have understood. Okay, so in a very tough paper, what we have seen, what was the cutoff of UPSC that year? 75 marks. Why it was 75 marks? Because in a tough paper, accuracy level reduces. In a tough paper, I am talking about average aspirant, their accuracy level will decrease. In an easy paper, the accuracy level will be very high, 75 to 80%. There you need to attempt more number of questions because that time the cutoff will be around 115 marks. But I don't think UPSC will give you very easy question. How to decide the question is easy or tough? If you are not finding 3 statement question, if you are not finding 2 statement question, if you are not finding the table questions inside the exam hall, inside the paper, scan the paper in the first minute. Scan the paper. If you are not finding the new pattern questions, if you are not finding the table question, if you are not finding the 3 statement question, if you are not finding the 2 statement reason assignment question, then the paper is easy. The cutoff may rise to 110 marks, 115 marks. But I don't think this is going to happen. Questions will have the table question. Question paper will have the 3 statement question. The question paper will have the 2 statement question. Therefore, cutoff will be somewhere around this. Tough paper or moderately tough paper. This is what is the paper. Now see this. Now see this. How many questions you need to attempt? If okay, the paper is tough, then the cutoff will not cross 90. It will be somewhere around 90, 91, 92 marks. And if your accuracy level is 65%, then you need to attempt 85 questions to score 90 marks. You can check. If you are part of our test series, you can go and check what is your accuracy level. In the comment box, please do write. My accuracy level in all the mocks I have taken is 65%, is 70%, is 75%. Please get that self-awareness. Please check today. Go and log in into our app. If you have not taken the mocks, you can take the mocks and you can see what is your accuracy level. And if your accuracy level is 70%, then you need to attempt 85 to 90 to score 105 marks. Now, this is what the cutoff can be: 75, 90, 104, 115. But we have decided that the paper will be moderately tough. The paper will be moderately tough. What is moderately tough? Between tough and moderate, there will be moderately tough. So the cutoff will be 90 to 95 marks. Means between 90 to 95 marks will be the cutoff. And for that, I have made this analysis. For that, I have made this analysis that if score is around 90 to 95 marks, if you want to score between 90 to 95 marks, so on the safer side, you can assume that you have to score plus 5 marks than the cutoff. Because what will happen on the exam day when you come back, most coaching institutes will come out with their solutions. This year UPSC is going to come out with their keys in next 1 or 2 days. So there will be cutoff guessing, and in the cutoff guessing, if they say 75 marks, if I say, or any coaching institute, they say that cutoff is going to be 95 marks. So you should score at least plus 5 marks more than that. Why? Safer side. Okay. So I'm assuming around 100 marks if you want to score. Then, as per your accuracy level, these are the number of questions you need to attempt. As per your accuracy levels, these are the questions you have to attempt. Number of questions you have to attempt. Accuracy level 80. 69 questions. Accuracy level 75. 75 questions. Accuracy level 870. 83 questions. I think this is the ideal. Because ideally I have seen accuracy level of 70% among students. Good students, 70%. You need to attempt 83 to 85 questions. You will score around 100 marks. If you are below average student, if you are getting more negatives, then you can attempt 90 also. Then only you will be crossing 95 marks. But maximum students will come here. Good students will come here. 70% accuracy, 83 to 85 attempt, 58 questions right, 25 wrong, around 100 marks. So, what is my assumption here? My assumption here is most of you who have worked very hard and you are averagely intelligent aspirant, you need to have the accuracy level of 70%. Please note down. Check your accuracy level. Again I am saying check your accuracy level. Without accuracy level, there is no meaning of number of attempts. How many questions you need to attempt? 85 questions. And you can score around 100 plus marks. 100, around 100 marks. And I think if you score 100 marks, your chances of qualifying the prelims cutoff will be very high. Very, very high. So this is what is my analysis. This is what is my analysis. How many of you think that this is the ideal attempt? 85 is the ideal attempt and 70% accuracy is the ideal accuracy and 100 marks is an ideal score to guess, to basically score to clear the cutoff. Okay, let me know in the comment box how many of you think this. How many of you think this is an ideal attempt? 75 is the 70% is the accuracy level, 85 is the number of questions to be attempted, and 100 marks is what is our goal. Okay, 100 marks is what is our goal. Okay, so I'm just making it little bit more clear. Okay, so I'll write it here again for you. 70 marks, 70% is the accuracy, 85 is the attempt, and 100 is the marks we should aim for. How many of you think this is the right analysis? Please say. And what is the assumption here? The assumption is cutoff is going to be below 100, around 95. That is the assumption. That is the assumption. So safer side, I am taking 100 marks. Safer side, I am taking 100 marks. Okay. I hope you get this. Guys, now, in the next lecture, if you like this lecture and if I get good response to this, more than 1000 likes if I get, tomorrow I am going to come out with a very important lecture on how to attempt these 85 questions. What should be your sequence of attempt? How should you be thinking inside the exam hall? I'm going to come out with that video. Second video I'm going to work on is how to reduce your negatives and how to increase your accuracy, because this is really very important. These two lectures I'm working on, and I'll come as early as possible if the response to this video is very good. So please do consider giving a thumbs up to this video. This was a very detailed analysis, scientific analysis I've given. Very few places you'll get this kind of scientific analysis. This is my Telegram channel for people who are not part of it. In the last 2 days, I will be giving you a lot of important questions which can come in the exam. So please do join. And this is the important questions which I have for you. If you want to check your accuracy level, if you want to check your preparation level, attempt these questions. You can call this number or telegram this number and you can get access to these questions. Telegram, better to telegram, I'll send you the link, or if you join my Telegram channel, then I have already shared. Okay, this is my Telegram channel. And guys, one more thing is that if you have anyone in your circle, if you have your juniors who is preparing for 2027, guys, I have started my 2027 mentorship. This is unique mentorship program. You are going to be guided by someone who has cracked prelims 6 out of 6 times. Someone, entire day I'm dedicated to prelims. I eat prelims, I drink prelims, I sleep prelims, I think prelims. Every second of my life is devoted to prelims. I'm going to help you crack 2027 prelims. I'm analyzing daily current affairs and giving you 10 questions which are linked to the PYQs and current affairs. These are my predicted questions. Entire year, if you solve this question, no force on earth can stop you from qualifying the prelims examination. I'm giving you PYQ analysis also in this course. So you can join this course. The number is this. You can call my team number and you can inquire more about this. The plan is going to start from 1st of June. Okay, so do not miss that. Thank you. Bye-bye. And again, I would like to appeal, please do subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you get notified the next video which will come, which is very important for the prelims examination. And do like and share with all the 2027 aspirants. Bye-bye. Take care.